Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, businesses concerned with counterfeit products, more sex workers addicted to drugs, and National Register to assist tertiary students.
From the studios of FBC Suva.
Concerns regarding counterfeit products were raised with Attorney General Ayasaid Kayum by Suva retailers. During a Suva retailers meet and greet event, the Attorney General was asked about the government's stance on the sale of fake products in the local market. They claim some people are trying to make easy money by selling these products and tarnishing the original brand. Sayad Kayum says businesses reserve the right to prosecute those selling counterfeit products. He stated that a bill is before Parliament for property rights of original brands. He says this bill will include rights to patent, design and trademark products.
In respect of, for example, counterfeit, if you're saying that, somebody is bringing in Rolex fake watches, again, at the end of the day, that's more for the individual company to be able to take private prosecution, if you like.
The use of drugs is becoming more prevalent in prostitution as sex workers use it to overcome their fears. Activist Seseni Natala says the younger sex workers have also been lured in to use drugs as they believe consuming drugs is part of the street prostitution lifestyle. The most commonly used drugs by sex workers are inhalants and methamphetamine. Naitala says at times high-end clients are the ones who introduce hard drugs to young sex workers.
For sex work, this is one of the major issues where they do drugs to take away the fears of exposing themselves as sex work.
6 to 8 cases are seen daily by the post-rape clinics in Suva and Lambasa. Majority of these are sexual crime, with some cases being reported for the first time. Philippe Nekaso reports.
The number of cases the Medical Services Pacific has been receiving since the setup of its first clinic is nothing short of shocking.
It's an epidemic, if I may say. The numbers are quite staggering. Suva alone on one day in a week, and this is, we're looking at 24/7. So at the moment, the Suva clinic is on a 24/7 mode. But on an average, we are seeing about 6 to 8 clients a day.
The clinic offers a wide range of services like counseling to victims and assist them recovering from heinous crimes that is gripping our country like an addiction.
The youngest that got referred to us by the Fiji Police Force was a 3-month-old baby during the midst of COVID, during March. So I believe that she's maybe the youngest victim. But we've had, from youngest as 3 months, we've got the oldest at 74.
The Medical Services Pacific also believes with the new facility in Lautoka, a lot of unreported cases will be uncovered as victims will find the clinic a safe haven.
I think all of us in this room and the whole nation understands that this subject cannot be a taboo subject. This subject cannot be a subject that we just mispass.
The project is funded by the European Union, designed to support the civil society in strengthening human rights priorities in Fiji.
The impact of COVID-19 on domestic violence is not an hypothesis. It's a certainty.
Many fishing vessels are facing shortage of qualified and experienced engineers, captains, maids and crews. General Manager for Solander Pacific, Radhika Kumar, says border closures amid the COVID-19 pandemic has forced vessel expatriates to return to their homeland, affecting the different facets of fishing operations. Radhika believes once Fiji ratifies the International Convention on Standards of Training Certification and Watchkeeping for fishing vessel personnel, things will become easier.
And if we are able to, if Fiji is able to ratify that, we can start getting our people trained into to work onto fishing boats, so they can get a certificate basically that will qualify them to work on our fishing boats. I understand we are working towards it, trying to get that done, but I think it will still take some time.
Tertiary students, especially first-year students, will now be able to access information about registered higher education institutions easily. This follows the establishment of a national register by the Fiji Higher Education Commission. Commission Accreditation Officer Ani Ladanivalu says the register is an online platform and operates will provide relevant information on higher education institutions and accredited qualifications.
So it's very important because you will determine if the institution that you are studying or maybe you're planning to study in is registered or recognized locally with the Fiji Higher Education Commission, as well as you can see that their programs are accredited.
The South Pacific Stock Exchange is looking to set up and finalize the wholesale corporate bond market. SPX CEO Pritesh Prasad says the introduction of this market will increase the multiplicity of the products that it offers. Prasad says following a tough year in 2020, the year ahead will also be another challenging year for all the industries, including the stock market. However, he adds that in spite of all these challenges, they are looking at the year 2021 with positivity to be innovative and improve service delivery.
Historically, the stock market in Fiji has been very centric to equity market only. We will now get a chance to actually move into introducing a wholesale corporate bond market. So at the moment, we are finalizing the regulatory environment around it. Of course, we are working with the other counterparts, including the Reserve Bank of Fiji, and we are looking at finalizing all of these in the coming months.
Turning overseas, while the man of the moment be U.S. President Joe Biden, but another person making history is Kamala Harris, Vice President first in a number of ways. Her story is a global inspiration. Up ahead, FBC seals deal with Uprising Sevens and still hope for local athletes.
Oira na ngone no de nunu enda bisi ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no rabaksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dalo bina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira enda be mataka.
Boniti kena bagrombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Indaw ina na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
The Fijian Broadcasting Corporation has signed an exclusive media partnership deal with the Mobile Uprising Sevens Organizing Committee. This means local and overseas fans can enjoy the 2 days action live from the comfort of their homes. The tournament will be held at Uprising Sports Complex in Pacific Harbour next week. Aquila Vama with the story.
Sealing the deal, which will surely benefit thousands of Fijians and especially the Fiji Seven sides.
We're very happy at Uprising to put up these sevens, which is now known as the Mobile Uprising Sevens, to help our Fiji team prepare towards the Olympics.
The FBC is giving back to Fijians, and live rugby coverage is one of the many.
For local viewers, we will be charging them about $10. The subscription fee will be $10, and for overseas viewers, it will be USD $20. Details on how to access the platform and how to pay will be followed in the coming days.
Not all the 16 teams from the Super Series, which starts today, will be part of the Uprising Sevens.
And we also have a mixture of the old teams coming back, which is one I can point out is Waimanu, Cross of Victory. And you got the consistency ones, got Lami Cavaliers and Dominion Brothers.
2 national seven sides will be part of the tournament along with Tabandamu, Ratu Felice, Police, Army, Uluinakau and Wardens. Aquila Vama, FBC News.
The Rewasa Taviuni rugby team has used its challenges as a motivation to excel on the field as they participate today at the Super 7 Series in Lawanga Park in Singatoka. The team consists of farmers and unemployed youths who want to make a future for themselves in the sport. Manager Selma Vularika says despite the challenges and being the only traveling team from afar, the team is ready to put on a show. Vularika says their hardships will not be a deterring factor to their performance.
We brought a team that's all made up of farmers. No one is known in Fiji rugby. So we'll showcase the talent and show them that we can produce good rugby players.
Governing international bodies will have the last say on athletes qualifying for the Tokyo Olympic Games. Local athletes, including karate and table tennis players, are waiting for the borders to open in order to compete in qualifying tournaments overseas. However, if borders do not open soon, then the respective international bodies will decide who will progress to the Olympics.
So karate, judo, and table tennis, all the national federations are speaking to their international federation. And there's discussion as to what would happen next. And as I said, it's likely to boil down to world rankings.
Manchester United reclaimed a top spot in the English Premier League after coming from behind to defeat Fulham 2-1 yesterday. Fulham got off to a great start, taking a 1-0 lead in only the 5th minute through Ademola Lookman. But follow-up goals from United's Edinson Cavani and Paul Pogba on either side of the break sealed the win for the Red Devils. Another hot day is in store. Expect scattered showers across much of the country with a chance of heavy rain and thunderstorms. Saturday is expected to be much the same. That's FBC Morning News. Join us at 7 p.m. for a major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।